Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good morning viewers. We are going to see about the upcoming Rahu Ketu transit, which is going to take place on April 12th, 2022, where Rahu moves from Taurus to Aries and Ketu moves from Scorpio to Libra. As you know, the Rahu Ketu moves in the anti-clockwise direction. Now we will be seeing for each and every zodiac sign the effect of Rahu Ketu transit for the next 1.5 years. So this transit takes place on April 12th and Rahu will stay there till October 2023. So this 1.5 years, Rahu will be placed in Aries and Ketu will be placed in Libra. So people might think they'll give a lot of ill effects. Some people might think it will give good effects. But one has to understand that the Rahu Ketu transit, the Saturn transit or the yearly transit, all this will have effects up to 15 to 20%. Basically, the individual horoscope having the current Mahadasa and Antardasa will have the maximum effect, that is up to 80%. So one need not have to worry about all these transits. Also, some people might say that I am in Aries, so when Rahu comes to Aries, then it will give me a lot of problem. Some may think that okay, in Libra, Ketu comes, so it will give me a lot of good things. Actually, one has to understand that each and every person will be there under a particular nakshatra, and in that nakshatra it will be in particular nakshatra path. So when you calculate about a zodiac sign, the total number of nakshatras, it will have 3 nakshatras, and totally 9 nakshatra padas will be there in a particular zodiac sign. When you consider the total Rahu Ketu period, transit period of 18 months on a particular transit period, so if you divide that 18 months by 9 nakshatra padas, each nakshatra pada will have a duration of 2 months. So the ill effect or the good effect will have impact only up to 2 months, when actually the Rahu Ketu moves on to the particular nakshatra pada. So there is no need to worry about all these transit of Rahu Ketu and at the same time, when Rahu or Ketu is associated with a positive planets like Jupiter, Venus or rising moon, etc., then there won't be any much difficulties. But at the same time, if Rahu or Ketu is associated or aspected by evil planets like Saturn or Mars, then they may have some bad effects also. Depends upon the particular person's horoscope. If the person is having a very good Mahadasa and Antardasa running, he may not have much bad effects. But at the same time, if a person is not having a proper Mahadasa and Antardasa running, then they may have some ill effects also. We will be seeing for each and every zodiac sign there will be a separate video. If you are new to this channel, keep it subscribed so that you will get all my updates instantly. Now let us see on the day of the transit Rahu Ketu, what are all the planetary positions and the general prediction. On April 12th, 2022, around 1:48 p.m., you can see the Rahu transit takes place, where Rahu moves from Taurus to Aries. As per the Kala Purusha Tattva, it is the first house, and Ketu moves from Scorpio to Libra, which is the 7th house as per the Kala Purusha Tattva. When you see on the day 1, that the moment the Rahu Ketu transit takes place, Rahu moves to the first house, where the Lord of the first house, Mars, is very strong at the 11th house of Rahu. So we can say that a lot of good things can happen during this year. Rahu and Ketu will work in a way that it occupies the house, and it will do the duties of the like an house owner of that particular zodiac sign. So it will take the responsibility of the house, of the Lord of the house, and it will react to that way. And secondly, it will also give effects based on the nakshatra it is traveling. So you have to see both the things. That is, the first priority is given to the house, and the second priority given to the nakshatra it works. Now in the first house, as you see, Mars is very strong. It is associated with the positive planets like Venus as well as Jupiter. As we generally say, the first impression is always a best impression. So during this particular Rahu Ketu period, it looks very much positive. So a lot of positive things can happen this year. There may be good land reforms may introduced, and there will be a lot of changes in the buying and selling of land. So we can expect a lot of improvements in buying and selling of land, and there may be good movement in the construction field. A lot of people may get good opportunities in the construction field. Also in medicinal field, there will be good improvements. A lot of good medicines may come, and there may be a demand for the doctors, and some of the doctors may get good names and fame during this particular year. Also, as we have seen in this 2022 New Year, which is more predominantly for the women. So Ketu moves on the 7th house, and the Lord of 7th house, Venus, is also associated in the 11th house. So which seems to be highly profitable. So we can expect a lot of good things happening for the women. So a lot of good women entrepreneurs may come up this year. A lot of good opportunities in the film industries for the youngsters, especially for the women artists. So we can see a lot of good actors coming out, being good singers, good painters, dancers. So a lot of good things can happen for the women, working women also. During the day, when the Rahu Ketu transit takes place, the star seems to be Maha, and the zodiac sign being Leo, and 9th house where Rahu stays when compared from the zodiac sign. So it will have some effects, ill effects for the traditional people who believe in spirituality. There may be some conflicts, there may be some tough time for them. So there are days where the temples may be closed, and they may not be allowed to worship, and they may not be allowed to practice certain rituals like that. So they may face certain problems on that particular area. But as you see, the land seems to be more strong this particular year. Lot of discoveries may happen during this year. So a lot of good things can take place, and there may be more discoveries. There may be more findings about our ancient history. So a lot of things we can expect during this year, as Mars is very strong when the Rahu Ketu transit takes place. Also Rahu indicates a technology. So we can expect a lot of improvements in the technology side also. A lot of good new things can come up during the next 1.5 years. There may be good improvements also. Except certain cases where there will become conflict between the life partners as well as some business associates, as Ketu is there in the strong 7th house. Whenever it is not being aspected by a positive planet, there may be some problems. Other than that, this Rahu Ketu, we can expect a lot of positivity. As you see during this initial time, Rahu is associated with Mercury, as Mercury is a standalone planet, seems to be highly positive. So Rahu turns out to be more positive in that day 1 itself. And in Moon seems to be at Leo, and Ketu is at Libra, and Saturn being a ruler at Capricorn, and in Aquarius there is a good conjunction of planets, Venus, Mars and Jupiter, and in 12th house Pisces where Sun is there. So this is a portion of planet during the Rahu Ketu transit. Now we will be seeing for each and every zodiac sign a separate video, for which the effect of Rahu Ketu as a whole on the particular house as well as for individual nakshatra will be seeing separately. Sagittarius, the ninth zodiac sign as per the Kala Purusha Tattva. For Sagittarius, Rahu from 6th house moves to the 5th house and Ketu from 12th house moves to the 11th house. And so the movement of Ketu compared to Rahu looks better. This upcoming Rahu Ketu transit is also not much favorable compared to the previous positions of Rahu and Ketu for Sagittarius. The upcoming Rahu Ketu transit, Rahu transit to the 5th house is not much favorable as there will be problems with the childbirth. There could be health related issues with the children. Children may not be much supportive to their parents. They may not show interest in the studies and they could be lazy during that period. At the same time, during the initial period of transit, Mercury, which is the Lord of 7th and 10th house, getting associated with Rahu, looks very good. There could be lot of job opportunities during that time, and those who are jobless for long, chances of getting good job opportunities during that time. Even there could be good business improvements also during that period. Some of them move to the technology based jobs and lot of jobs in IT sector will rise during that period. Some of them show interest in business and some of them may start IT related business during such period like call center, software developments, BPO, etc. Even in workplace, some of them may get opportunities to foreign countries for short projects. As Ketu is associated at 11th house seems to be profitable. Some of them may get pilgrimage tours during such period. Some may spend for charity donations, temple renovations, etc. Some of them may get jobs in the temples, in administrations as well as the puja works. Those working as pandits in temples during that period, they find good time in the working. There could be some positive time also. Some of them may find a good rise in the revenue during that period. Those who are working with communication as a base, there could be problems still. As Saturn is strong and a ruler at 2nd house, whenever Saturn is not associated or aspected by a positive planet, such period there could be troubles in terms of their communication, wealth, disturbances in the family life, problems in communications, etc. When we talk about business, all business having Mercury as a core like agriculture, traditional medicines like Siddha, Ayurveda, work in the areas of accountancy, cost accounts and the chartered accounts in the area, all will get good increase and revenue during that period. After May, those who are unmarried yet, chances of getting good alliances, and even for those who are separated, there are chances of getting united during such period. As a 9th house lord, Sun getting associated with Rahu, during such time there could be problems in the health of some of their father and the father's side family. Some may need to face critical health issues of their father. After June, all such problems will slow down and slowly they get rid of all such problems. At the 3rd house, there is a good conjunction of planets strongly as well as positively. They could exhibit their hard work and succeed in all the tasks during that period. After September, some of them get profits by selling shares in the share market, buying gold and reselling it at a good profits. For this zodiac sign also, women get more opportunities compared with men. Women candidates get more job opportunities compared to men. Even in companies, women employees get more foreign chances compared to men. After September, some of them get support from government and some may get government opportunities in government departments. Even leaders in politics find good time during that period. So, this Rahu Ketu transit for Sagittarius, there are chances of getting up to 75 to 85% positive results. Now let us look at the nakshatras of Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, Moola, Purva Ashada and Uttara Ashada Pada 1 stars form the cluster of Sagittarius Zodiac sign. For Moola star, the star of Ketu, Ketu could be more positive. During the time Rahu travels on Kritika star of Sun, some of them find problems with the fathers and father side family. Some of their father might face some health related issues. After May, there are chances of getting support from government. Some may get government jobs and some may find positive results. When Rahu travels on Bharani star of Venus, that period could be more positive. Some of them may show interest in arts, dance, cinema, drama, etc. Some of them find opportunities in radio stations, TV stations, and some may join in film industry also. Some of them get opportunities to learn new technologies during that period. When Rahu travels on Ashwini star of Ketu, in the last 8 months it could be more positive. Some may get childbirth, children may be more supportive. Those unmarried, chances of getting good marriage alliances. Some may get married with different community people. Some may get opportunities to buy gold, silver and other ornaments during that period, and some may also buy assets. When Ketu travels on the star of Jupiter, which is the lord of Sagittarius, such time they have strong mental strength. They have courage to face any challenges during that time. Some of them find good health improvements in the mother and mother side family. Some may purchase assets like house, car, etc. During that time, Ketu travels on the star of Rahu. Some may get technology based jobs. Unemployed youths may get good job opportunities. Business will grow well. Some may start new business in IT, BPO and call centers. During that time, Ketu travels on star of Mars. There could be some positive expenses like for marriages, children educations, purchasing assets like that. During that period, children show interest in studies and there could be more supportive to their parents. So for Moola star of Sagittarius, there could be 80% positive results. Then comes the Purva Ashada star of Venus. As Venus is a friendly planet with Rahu, Rahu will not do much negative impact. When Rahu travels on the star of Sun initially, some of the leaders in politics might find unfavorable time. When Rahu travels on Bharani star of Venus, some of them get chances in film industries. Those who face lot of problems so far may start witnessing their success. When Rahu travels on the Ashwini star of Ketu, some of them face positive expenses for marriages, charity, donations like that. When Ketu travels on Jupiter star, some may face expenses due to health related issues. When Ketu travels on the star of Rahu, Shwati, some may find good profits. Working class people get increments and incentives during such time. Good project improvements for businessmen and good revenue they could expect during such period. When they lend money, it will come back in time. They can also get loans during such period. Agriculture will do good and profitable. When Ketu travels on the star of Mars, some may get benefits out of their land, houses, shares, etc. They could sell and get profits during such time. Construction business and medicine related business, pharmacy business, business in traditional medicines like Ayurveda and Siddha will all get good improvements. So for Purva Ashada star in Sagittarius, we can say up to 75% positive results in the upcoming Rahu Ketu transit. Next comes Uttara Ashada star of Sun. For the Uttara Ashada star of Sun Pada 1, Ketu will do better compared with Rahu. During that time, Rahu travels on the star of Sun. It could be more tough time for them. Lot of expenses for health related issues, heat boils, BP, etc. they may face. Spend for their father, the father's health during that period. When Rahu travels on Bharani star of Venus, some of them show interest in learning music, arts, dance, singing, painting like that. That time, some may learn latest technology. It looks a learning period for them. Some may display their creativity using social media and become popular during such time. When Rahu travels on Ashwini star of Ketu, some of them face expenses due to charity or donations. Some may need to spend more on money on temples, renovations. Some may help their friends with money. When Ketu travels in the star of Jupiter and Mars, such period it could be more positive for this particular star for marriages, business improvements, good job opportunities will take place. When Ketu travels on Swati star of Rahu, they might face problems during such time. Some may face health related issues, some may face skin related issues during that particular period. So for Uttara Ashada star of Sun, we can say up to 80% positive results in the upcoming Rahu Ketu transit.